Rita manaka chwa double. Soki opesinga ya lolemu wana na komi nesika na lingaka yo.
Maria Masane.
Na bamba na motema na kokate tika na binisa o mama. Mama na bamba na motema na kokate tika na binisa o.
Hoka. Hey. Hey, sugar. L'ingénieur Tumba Kinkela. Ça. Hoka va changement. Oh, musique qui top.
Ladies and gentlemen, on dit que c'est long qui a fait, c'est derrière. Merci pour votre contribution. Merci pour votre invitation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get close to the end of the campaign, I want to bring back something. Like the political soccer game. I know a lot of you folks makes the political soccer game. And so what not? What now we do something a little different tonight. Garmin Flomo, how are you? She says today the giant. Amos Tuberson. Yeah, that's what he says. Clarence Jackson. What's up, host? How's our sweet land of liberty? Alfred Forde, big brother, you ready enjoying the motherland? They say, Tano Jada. Oh man, the man with the traditional songs is watching from the Twin Cities, Minnesota, Minneapolis. T-Bird is independent, long time. VIP seat still available. Musa Sharif is in the building. Listen, you know, tonight we are going to be bringing you the political soccer game from the Curious Street, Freetown Ball Stadium. Lemon Shopper, this is your favorite segment, the political soccer game. And we'll have some interesting players tonight, folks. Don't be selfish. Share the video, invite a few friends so that we can together have a great time tonight. Brace Radio Africa, we're live from Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa. I see the Wissy Paul, Lama Chef S. Andrew D. Mombo singing. How you doing, my brother? You know, as always, can you please allow me to borrow the words of the wise man? Tough times don't last, tough people do. The height of a man is never known until he rises, because there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone, because you can't hide your nakedness from beef and bucket. When God bless you, don't see that medicine. A bald-headed man does not walk on the moonlight. Trust no shadow in the dark. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. With that said, folks, a word of introduction after saying hi to Willem Jala. You just celebrated your birthday the other day, Willem. How you doing, my brother? Sam A. Soma, May Carter. Listen, folks. Ude no muzu oni won ye ma double to dry ajo ade wa po. Wo klo ya duelo. Nde mo nyina za ma bo na kwa Jimmy. Do we win chance on the Dani akpa so where? The medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of Liberia, the broadcast commissioner, the brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. ASHFORD the giant, the now you know me GARLEY. Welcome.
Komona bapasi ya boye nalembi koloba na kasi na biso yo matukona nino wanga ninga boye pase siminga motema mama alingi boye lokutana ya mabe mama masumu double Kolinga moto zalili sumute pona nino driblenga boye yorma Baema balemina koyemba likolo na yotika enzombo Bapesaka motema nenge nini yorma double Komela kanga ata mikolo ya poso mama double
And ladies and gentlemen, I have a fan of Bridge Radio Africa, and he's on the line from Maryland, Hartford, Maryland County, and I always like to call him Double. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'm Ibrahim Jallo, calling you from Pilbo, Maryland County, southeast of Liberia. And I also, again, I'm a friend with you. You and myself, we can call one another double. At the time you were in America, at the time you come to Liberia, Monrovia, and I wish you to see with my own eyes. And thank you so much for you to be beating an African beat, double. And also, again, Kanda Bongoman, and also, again, Zambaro, and also, again, Orlis Mabele. Oh, very, very good people, man. You know, thank you so much. I wish you long life and peace and health and prosperity. I'm staying in Maryland and listen to you every day.
Now, what do you know about Double? Our folks are listening to you, and Double is the theme song of ASHFORD GARLEY Live. Tell us more about Double, because when I play this song, you call. When I was in the stage, you said, listen, I love that song, Double. So tell us what you know about Double.
Yeah, double. I love that music, but only thing, the language, because it's the Congolese and the Swahili they're speaking.
Right.
And also, again, I've been hearing about our music during Radio France, Canal de Tropical France. They used to play the music, double, Orlis Mabele, Zambaro, Kanda Bongoman, Papa Wemba, and Mamudi Bango, all these people that we used to hear them from France, Canal de Tropical France. So that's how we like the African music and the beat.
So what do you do in Maryland County, Hartford City, Maryland County? What do you do there?
Come on.
What is your job in Maryland County? What do you do there?
Oh yes, I'm an old businessman who resides in Pilbo, Maryland County. Selling dry goods.
Wow. Abraham Diallo, want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on Bridge Radio Africa. Double. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the night. You want to say hello to anybody in Monrovia or anybody in Guinea, anybody in Congo, anybody in Europe?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Go ahead and say hello to them.
Okay. I have more friends in Monrovia, my full friends in Monrovia, and the Liberian friends in Monrovia, and my full brothers who are residing in Guinea, in Ivory Coast, in Ghana, in Togo, in Nigeria, in Mali, in Mauritania, in Senegal, and Guinea-Bissau, and Sierra Leone. I'm getting all of them. My friend in Monrovia, and other one going Alpha Umaru Jallo, he lives in Claratan, and the other one in Amadou Jallo, he lives in Claratan. They are doing business in Danwarasai, and also my more friends Liberian, like the Stenner Bearer Anthony, the Stenner Bearer Thomas Fala, and Anthony Miguel, and also again I have my friend Honorable Dr. Bob Chimba, the Speaker of the House, and he also again he was in Maryland County, and also again I get the Honorable Tony incoming and Senator, and also again more and more. Thank you, more and more.
Double. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the night. God bless you. Thank you so much. Bridge Radio Africa loves you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm very glad. Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing you a special political soccer game tonight from the Curious Street Freetown Ball Sports page, with Liberia will take on societal ills tonight. The chief commentator is ASHFORD the Giant, that now you know me, GARLEY. Landsman number 1 is the Senate. Landsman number 2 is the House of Representatives. And the chief referee is the Supreme Court of Liberia. The Mass Commissioner, the U.S. Embassy. Invite a friend. You see the Cash App and the Zelle there. You want to be in VIP for us to recognize you? Please visit the Cash App and the Zelle. The numbers are there. If I can get permission from my boss, I will pin the numbers. Okay? And very shortly, we'll go to the lineup for both teams. And we'd like to begin with the strangers. Listen. Let us start with the stranger first, okay? But before we start with the strangers, folks, let me make this disclaimer. You know, I didn't come to Liberia to support any political campaign. Just so you know. I'm the type of guy that if I'm doing something and you ask me, I will tell you so. But I am not supporting any political campaign. You heard some nonsense over the last day or so ago that I endorsed a certain campaign. The information is false and misleading. I did not endorse any campaign. Just so you know. I was going to tell you if I did so. Before coming to the motherland, I said I was going to come, and if I'm given the opportunity, I will visit, every side to see what is going on in our country. But for people to lie on you, to make up things that are not there, it's just so sad for our country. Now, some of us are beginning to wonder why our country can't go anywhere. You just get up and lie on somebody. This is not fair for Liberia. This is not fair for the people of Liberia. I'm not suffering. George Weah can be president for the next 12 to 24 years, I would not want for anything. Because you know what? I pay my dues long before I went to the US. Just how people sold boiled egg and people walk from Jarlaton to 12th Street at Tottenham High, or walk from Jarlaton to Macklin Street at Worcester High School. We did all of those things. Some of you people who found yourselves in the George Weah government never earned $100 a month in your entire life. Today, you are going through what we call short-term successes. And because you're going through the things, because you know this president is struggling, and when you see good thing come closer to Liberia, you want to make the people think that this person is identified with you. From day one, I said I was coming to Liberia. For the people of Liberia. And I want to challenge Thomas Fowler and Sir Joseph. I am demanding open apology from Sir Joseph and Thomas Fowler. Because if you play your role as a leader, you will tell your media team to take that nonsense down. That I asked for the giant got to endorse Thomas Fowler. I spoke for 1.5 to 2 minutes yesterday. And what I said was, I am in Liberia representing BRIDGERADIO Africa, an international platform. I am not part of CDC. I am not part of the opposition. But I'm here to do coverage of the elections in Liberia. Whoever wins the election, we want them to put Liberia first. That's all I said. The video got somewhere somehow deleted by the Thomas Fowler campaign. The next thing you know, my pictures were all over the place that ASHFORD got to endorse Thomas Fowler. Now, how you don't endorse people? You think I'm small potato? If I want to endorse you, you think it will be in secret? I will not come out and tell you, say I am endorsing you. Eh? You don't do these things, man. When you are struggling and you need professional help, you call the true professionals. Don't get amateurs to lie on people. What do I look like? I met Thomas Fowler for the first time in my life yesterday. It was Sir Joseph who requested that I come to see how the campaign works. And I said to him, I don't take the back seat. When people invite me, I'll be in the front row. And I extended the same invitation to Darius Dillon. But you'll be surprised that the Darius Dillon that I raised money for in America, almost $16,000. Every Sunday, I was on BRIDGERADIO Africa raising money for Darius Dillon. I called Darius Dillon last night and said to him I'll be with the campaign. He said, no problem. Let's meet up at 9 o'clock at OKFM. This morning, I went to OKFM and caught up with Darius Dillon. After his interview, I told my driver to drive within the convoy. We got to Royal Hotel, and Darius Dillon said he was not doing campaign today. That he was going to the party's headquarters to teach the people about poll watching. We offered to come and observe. Guess what? Darius Dillon said no. Then the journalists were there, wanted to take picture of Darius Dillon and myself. Darius Dillon refused. He said, oh, the thing that going on with the other side and the other side and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be involved. This is the same man I raised money for in America. Almost $16,000. Today, I poo-poo on my skin. So the ruling party say our opposition. Then the opposition say our ruling party. Listen, when you find yourself in that position where both sides accusing you, tell God thank you. I mean, they can't compromise you. You stand for something. And that's what we stand for. And we're here because of Liberia, not because of George Weah, not because of the opposition, the spineless opposition, who, when you gave them the opportunity today, will do worse things than what's going on today. Let me give you the lineup, folks. For the societal ills thing, in the goal for societal ills, folks, listen well. Rodney Chesson, big brother, how you doing? D. Eugene Wilson, how you all doing tonight? Corruption is in the goal for societal ills. Then we have lies. We also have witch hunt, false promises, shortage of Liberian dollars, trucking of voters, mysterious deaths, boyo, missing young Liberian men, statutory rape, carbon monoxide, electoral fraud, hate and jealousy, envy, power theft, tax evasion, no parking space, good fish and bad fish. That's the lineup for societal ills. For the Liberian national team, we have Central Bank, Finance Ministry, Foreign Affairs Ministry, Public Works, Gender Ministry, Liberian National Police, the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of State, National Port Authority, then the captain himself, Executive Mansion. We also have National Investment Commission, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Transport, Bureau of Immigration, the DEA. We have City Hall. Folks, get ready for this very important political soccer game this afternoon at the Carey Street Freetown Ball Sports Stadium. Your chief commentator is ASHFORD, the Giant GARLEY. This is Zah, Fear No Pepom. The ball is in the middle of the field, folks. I'm telling you. The ball comes to Mysterious Death. Mysterious Death looks around. He beats someone, puts it over the teammate. The ball comes to shortage of Liberian dollars. Shortage of Liberian dollar to witch hunt. Witch hunt to corruption, onto lies. Lies to boyo. Boyo to missing young Liberian men, onto statutory rape. Then the ball comes back to electoral fraud. Electoral fraud to hate and jealousy, onto carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide to power theft. Power theft to envy. Envy back to power theft. Onto boyo. Boyo to corruption. Onto Mysterious Death. Will he make it? The ball has been taken away from Mysterious Death. Mysterious Death doesn't get a better hand. The ball comes to Ministry of State. Ministry of State gets a better hand. The ball comes to Popular Works. Popular Works back to Ministry of State, onto Finance. Finance to City Hall. City Hall back to Popular Works. Back to City Hall. City Hall doesn't get a better hand. City Hall loses the ball to Rooster Fitch. City Hall has been attacked by Rooster Fitch. Rooster Fitch sends the ball far downfield, intended for Mysterious Death. Mysterious Death beats woman to Boyo. Boyo back to Mysterious Death, onto Rooster Fitch. To missing young Liberian men. Statutory rape gets a better hand. Back to missing young Liberian men. Listen, we have pastors in this country. We have lawyers in this country. We have the national security apparatus in this country. 3 young men are missing, and we can't find them in this day and age. What is going on? What are the pastors doing? What are the imams doing? These children, these men, not even children, these men that we can't find, they have parents. They have brothers and sisters. You know what it means for your brother to be Nothing for almost 2 months. We are going into the 6 and 7 weeks now where we can't find these young men. What happened? Where are the lawyers? Where are the ministers of the gospel? And I will tell you this. George Weah did extremely well when he called the ECOWAS, the United Nations, when Liberia was bleeding back then. And say, I want you to help my country. But on your watch today, George Weah, we see the disappearance of people. On your watch as president of Liberia. And all you can do, simply do, is go play free time ball. Then some of your supporters then are saying, the man scored 4 goals. We all know that George Weah was scoring goals at age of 11, 12. That goal scoring team and that history. The country is suffering. Businesses are shutting down because there's no electricity in the country. LEC now has become a Christmas light. People can't pay the LEC bill because they feel that when they pay the bill, the government official will steal the money. So the stealing power now. 50 to 65% of the power you see now, the people stealing land. People who were in power before, long before George Weah, they said they can't pay taxes. Because they said when they pay taxes, the government people will steal the taxes. So they will just live and live, they will not pay taxes. Tax invasion in the country. Power theft in the country. You can't get investment to come in the country. What is going on? The president gets up in his 23 to 24 cars convoy. I said I sat down, I was just counting the convoy. 23 to 24 car convoy. You see some of the cars then with long range rifle as if we're going to war. Why you need all these cars to be in your convoy? Are you running from somebody? What is going on in our country? The vice president, when she coming at 13 to 14 car convoy, they just went all over the place. People are suffering. And I would not be surprised if Darius Dillon wins the senatorial seat of Monserrado. People are angry, man. I took the microphone to the people in the Gardensville area, the Dry Rest Market area. They said, hey, why would I vote for again? The people who voted for will be suffering. Our children can't go to school. This is real talk now. This is voter talking to me. So you say I was working on the plantation. They closed our business. I'm home now doing nothing. So me, I will not work. I will just sit down. That's what they're saying. Back to the field of play. The ball comes to mysterious death. Mysterious death looks around to Boyo. Boyo back to mysterious death. Onto trucking of voters. Trucking of voters to electoral fraud. On the hate and jealousy. Back to mysterious death. To envy. Onto power theft. Back to mysterious death. When you see a justice minister, you are the justice minister of the Republic of Liberia. With over 5 million people. And you come out to say that Carbon will not stop questioning. Kill Gifty and Andrew. And you will have the coroner, the pathologist, to believe that this day and age in our country. I know. Now telling my girl say he can't harm fly. George Weah, that peace ambassador, he can't kill nobody. But the three men now that lost that we can't find. Mr. President, you can't put your foot down small and say y'all go find out what happened to the 3 men so the parents can have closure. I know you know nothing about it. The people say you know nothing about it, but at least put your foot down and say what happened to the 3 men. The corner, the blammo, they're all crying. See, most of you know something that people don't know. I'm begging you, you say something, man. Just say something. Play-by-play description this afternoon at the Kerry Street sports page. The people ain't get leg. Some people ain't got food to eat. But you can go play football. And this thing that go on, sometimes I wonder, what are you doing, or what have you done? You know, what have you done? You know, the president came to power. His failure to declare his assets before taking over the country resources. We heard about the 16 billion Liberian dollars that were missing. We also heard about the 25 million USD that were meant for the map of FCS and people at 17 million they used. Then we heard about the 30 million US dollars private jet. And we also heard about the 54.5 million US dollars left in the government of Liberia account at the CBL for we as administration. It is alleged now that you constructed 48 units, dwelling houses. And the other one I would not say alleged because I saw it happen. I came to Liberia in February of 2018. And I saw the people breaking down the president home on 9th Street. Listen, the other day I was visiting the governor commissioner and I saw the building, the president's building on 9th Street. And not even a building again. They want not even mansion. That's a castle. So this boy played football. He made all kinds of money. You won't build all these things. You became president and you regain your wealth at the expense of Liberia and the poor Liberian people. You have 9 ambassadors to write you, to send you a letter to say, Mr. President and the government, the money you took, you please put it back. Because you didn't ask us to take that money. Then you have your then information minister to say that D-hole cover hole. And your only excuse you had at the time is, but that ain't the first time this thing happened. So because it happened before, and you said you were coming for a change, it is okay to do so. Back to the field of play, the ball comes to Finance Ministry. Finance Ministry to Public Works back to Justice Ministry, onto Ministry of State. Ministry of State to City Hall. City Hall back to Ministry of State. The ball comes to Finance to Public Works, back to Ministry of State, onto City Hall to Public Works. Public Works doesn't get a better hand. The ball has been taken away now by Rooster Fish. When you have the Minister of State of the Republic of Liberia telling you he can't harm fly, and he trying to justify that, he said the people say that fish, Mabudu Yumpa ate. Mabudu Yumpa ate fish. You have the Minister of State saying that, and he was able to go further to say, they say the fish coming from their restaurant. Professional, I can't say the restaurant name, but this Minister of State, I don't know who can advise these people. You just potentially damaged that restaurant, meaning that the fish that killed Mabudu Yimpana, according to what you said, the people say, the fish came from that restaurant. So now, nobody will want to go to that restaurant because they think that when you eat that, then you will die too. That's what the Minister of State of the Republic of Liberia said to the people on the national and international media in this day and age in Liberia. Sick people, slow country, slow people.
Okay. Hey.
Your plans you have to rig the elections, if there's any, you've got to stop it.
Hey.
And I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that. Any attempt to tamper with the electoral process on the 8th of December will you know, again, I don't support the DeLong campaign. I don't support the T5 campaign. But we're hearing now that something is in the works. Where if you go to the Darius DeLong number and you see the check mark there, and you try to check that check mark, somewhere, somehow, it might turn out invalid. That code I giving you so. That clear code I giving you so. So when you go to the Darius DeLong and say, I want to vote for the man, and you put a check mark, something sinister will happen, and the next thing you know, the vote might turn out invalid. That won't hear me. That clear code, it just came out. It just came. You say you are popular. You say you have the votes. Go and prove yourself to the Liberian people that you have the votes. Don't try any cheating. Because you'll be bringing disgrace to yourself. We need you to be free, fair, transparent. Start now. Your people say you're a second-term president, you win for 12 years. Prove yourself on December the 8th. Tell your people to not tamper with the votes. So far, we have not seen any type of attacks on voters. But one of the things I saw when I went to the T5 campaign, T5 campaign has state security protecting them. The PSU protecting them. Darius DeLong has private security. I don't know if that have things have been from time immemorial where when you're in the opposition, then you're on your own. When you're representing the government, then the security will protect you. But Darius DeLong is senator of Moswell County. Obviously, he works for the government. So why you can't provide state security for him? Except maybe Darius DeLong says that he doesn't trust the state security, then I understand. But if you're providing state security for T5, you should also provide state security for Darius DeLong. That's how it should work. At a certain point in other places, in other civilized countries, when the two candidates are neck to neck, they provide secret services for both of them. That's how it should work in our country. But then again, one thing I know, sir. Back to the field of play, the ball comes to Central Bank. My people, where in the world you see where we can't find Liberian dollar? Only certain people got Liberian dollar, and the only Liberian dollar they have are all $500 notes. With the small people play with dirty money. But certain people, they get us $500 notes. the masses continue to suffer. In this country, in this day and age, you came with a method of change. Your people are suffering that you've never done. Come on. There are some people in the opposition who are holding grudge because you disagree with them. This is just not fair. You can't do that. One big opposition man, where I spend my own money and come to the country just to support him because I disagree with him. The Liberian man say he called speech for me. The man brother died. I pick up the phone to call the man to say how my sympathy. I saw, you know, when you send WhatsApp message, the person will read the message. The man read the message. But guess what? He didn't call me. He picked up phone and called, where America? Call my wife. He said that man coming to say how my sympathy to me. He know he might say got problem. So you accusing the ruling party of witch hunting people. You on the side, you want one day become president too, you want to get in power. So it mean now when you get power, then I pay that business. Now how you do the Liberian politics? You won't pay your debt too? I consider you my friend and big brother. I took out $20,000 out of my 401k just to support you. Every time I came to Liberia, I bought my own plane ticket. At the end of the day, the Liberian said, you call speech from me. Pick up the phone to tell you sorry for the passing of your brother. You say you myself with enemy. I know the enemy to you. Simply because somebody got it and say, Emmanuel got share in Lone Star. And you got share in Lone Star. The person say Emmanuel are criminal. I said, but when you say Emmanuel are criminal, then Benin now you are criminal too. Because birds are the same fellow, they can fly together. Because I said that, and also you call speech for me now. That the kind of thing you want, that the kind of change you want to bring now. You're waiting to come there too, and you will be worse. You will be worse than George Weah. All of you people are evil. You don't love Liberia. You don't mean well for Liberia. It's all about yourself. For you, your children, nobody else. Wicked people living in a good country, and the country will continue to suffer because you are all about yourself. Shame on you.
Okay. Hey.
The boy comes to tax evasion. You are in power, you pay taxes. People pay taxes to you. Now other people in power, you say you can't pay taxes because when you pay the tax, the people will steal the money. Are you a business? Pay your taxes. Pay your real estate taxes. When you go buy something, when you own a business, pay your taxes. Whether they steal the money or not, you have your record to show that you pay your tax. You stealing current. I'm told the speaker says stealing current. You can't even pay lead bill. When you're in certain position in the country, you can't pay lead bill. But when you live abroad, you live in other industrialized countries, you pay your bills. When you come to Liberia, then Liberia becomes a complete elephant meat. Why would you abide by the rules in other countries? And then when you come to your own country, it becomes an elephant meat. Let me tell you, we had Samuel Doe, we had Toba, we had Charles Taylor, we had Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Doe is dead. Toba is gone. Charles Taylor is in jail. When you visit Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she can tell you, say, stay far away because she won't get coronavirus. Today we have George Weah. And the people who work for George Weah, enjoy your short-term successes. Because at the end of the day, George Weah will one day be history. And whether he's doing good for the people, whether he's doing bad for the people, only God will judge him. Children died, people died mysteriously on Broad Street. At least more than 1.5 days, you come back. It took you forever. And say, they think you're playing with in this country. When the thing overflows, it will be very hard. Very, very hard Because of evil. Because of wickedness. Sometimes y'all look up here and say they got COVID. Just to embarrass them. Joseph Human Boycott. The papa said he no longer a parked car in the garage. He said he now start warming the engine. You park the car for 12 years. Maybe 6 years from now, that'll be like 18 years, right? So when a car is parked for 18 years, when you put that car, then antique now, eh? I said that antique they probably bring it now. I listened to the public speech last week. So on Monday, I said, everybody talking something small, something. The man said he no longer a park out. And folks, guess what? We're bringing Joseph Human Boycott out to breathe through the Africa next week. He will tell us. Because when the car is parked this long, it means you have to flush the radiator. You will change the spark plugs. Listen, the air filter, everything you have to change it. You know, when you park so long, then the tires start getting rusted. But in this case, I think the car Joseph Human Boycott wants to bring up the Antigo, because Antigua can stay parked for 40, 50 years, they will still do something. So somebody say, age is no longer a factor. Joseph Human Boycott just turned 76. He said, well, I got a partner now. And Joe Biden, 78 years old. So we're all in the same partner. We're all equal now. The old man say he coming. The old man say he coming. If you think the old man is still parked, he said, yeah, he was parked for 12 years, but he said he not parked again. He read it now. He said they think too much. People are afraid in their own country. Look, one of the things that rather hurts is that some of these people who find themselves in this position now are immature gangsters. You know, when you're immature in your gangsterism, you don't know what is waiting for you in front. You indict yourself. And because you feel you are in power, nothing can happen to you. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Some of you people will be asked questions. Some of you people will pay for some of the bad things you are doing to your country in the presence of the Liberian people. And when you see good people come to the country who fought hard to build their name and reputation, you want to try nonsense with them, spoil their name. Don't do that. Again, I am demanding open apology from Thomas Fowler and his campaign for lying on me. That I asked for the giant got to endorse Thomas Fowler. I am demanding open apology. Sir Joseph apologized to me today, but in text message, you have to go public. I fought to have my reputation. When I came to Liberia, I said I came to build bridges and not to burn them. So if I can talk to the T5 people, I can also talk to the Delon people and talk to every campaign. But you saw it as an opportunity to tarnish my good reputation. This is not fair. That's not how Liberia should work. Nonsense. Back to the field of play, folks. The ball comes to Justice Ministry. You have a country where the president does not respect the justice minister. The president will go to the police director or the solicitor general before the justice minister. And then in the event where the justice minister say, I guess I need to tell you, the president say, I already know about it. So the president is more informed than the justice minister. Musa Dean, did you have to take this job? You're not suffering. You have your law firm. You are making a lot of money. Why you have to embarrass yourself in this? You go to give speech and talk about the causes of death. People are bleeding. Jesus Christ. Una in Liberia. You don't come over. You don't come to Bridge Radio because I will ask the question and other people can ask. What happened to the 3 missing men? What happened to them? Why we can't get answer? You know what Samuka vehicle going through every day? You know what a Blamo going through every day? Robert Blamo Sr., you know what he's going through every day? You know what Rosalind Blamo is going through? Get through. All these people, their children. And if you know about this thing, and you're acting like you know nothing, and you got children, only God will pay you. I said this before. I said, if I told you stealing the Liberian pure money, continue to steal the Liberian pure money, but don't kill people. Do not kill people. Steal the money, but don't kill people. Well, listen, at the end of the day, you will pay for this. If you came to steal and in the process of stealing, because you will be exposed, and you say, I will kill just not to be exposed, God will pay you. Only God will pay you. No parking space in the country. You know why? Let me tell you why. You know why you got no parking space in Liberia? It's because most Liberians felt they were never going to own vehicle in their life before. So they didn't think parking space was relevant. And most Liberians today, they don't think that they will ever see electricity. Most Liberians think that they will never own a vehicle. They will not drive. They will not get in airplane to travel. Look, when you see some places, when you go to places, people are just waiting not to die because they say, it's over. I was in Mount Barclay yesterday. Some of the places that we passed, they still have mud houses there. And these people don't think they will ever see good life until God calls them. I mean, one of the civilized things that you can even do. You know how long, George, we have been talking about light and water? From 2005, when George Weah said he was not talking about privatization, he was talking about the country needs light and water. Today, when Oro gets light for 5 hours, that light will go, and Oro will not see light again until after 3 days. Then come one time we get light. But people paying for services that they can't get in this country. And I'm blaming George Weah. Ellen said about 12 years. Today we ain't got no stable electricity. But when you talk about change, instead of buying all the mansions, all the bug out houses all over the damn place, you talk about buying all the places there and your people ain't got light. These are people that love you, that voted for you, and they're suffering. On your watch. No school to either side, no school to Liberia, and no school to societal ill. Back to the field of play, the ball comes to mysterious death. Mysterious death to 3 missing young men onto Rooster Fitch. Rooster Fitch can be dangerous. But every time Rooster Fitch gets the ball, Rooster Fitch will look at Finance Ministry, Rooster Fitch will look at Ministry of State, Rooster Fitch will look at City Hall. Rooster Fitch will also look at Public Works. What about the Rooster Fitch? And we can't seem to get our hand around. Check. back to Messiah Death to Rooster Fitch to tax invasion, onto electoral fraud back to Rooster Fitch, onto Messiah Death. Messiah Death is moving deep in the heart of the field, onto 3 missing young men, back to Messiah Death. Messiah Death shoot, ladies and gentlemen, goal number 1 for societal ills. The goal has come in interim stopping time, and assist from 3 missing young men to mysterious death. 1 goal to societal ills and nothing to Liberia. Folks, I'm telling you, play-by-play description this afternoon at the Kira Street, Freetown Bostillion. 1 goal to societal ills and nothing to Liberia.
Dansez, dansez, mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs, au rythme de la guitare rythmique de l'Okasayambongo.
Somebody asking, say, who is Rooster Fitch? You have the Minister of State of the Republic of Liberia telling you. And he said he didn't know where the food came from. People accusing him of killing Mabutu Yimpa. He said he didn't know where the fish came from. But then he called a famous restaurant and he said the last time he went at that restaurant was in 2014. He said the people said that Rooster Fitch was used to kill Mabutu Yimpa. That's why he had a new Rooster Fitch. Folks, with that said, that's how we come to the end of this game tonight. 1 goal to societal ills and nothing to Liberia. Oh God, President, you president for 3 years, you still playing Freetown ball, and you score 4 goals. We'll play football here now. We'll be playing football. The day we get, we'll play football. Basi yon plou. Ki apake o tu jira yo aju wapo. Ule no muzu ani won je madobo tu jira aju wapo. Mo po azuo mo po nyuso azuo. Mo jimi ajire. Mo ko atu eblo.
Oka.
Folks.
Hiya.
That's how we go home tonight. And please allow me to borrow the words of the wise man. As always, tough time don't last. Tough people do. The height of a man is never known until he rises. And because there's no second chance to make that first impression, don't see okra and swallow bone because you can't hide your naked neck from baby bucket. When God bless you, don't see that medicine. A bald-headed man does not walk on the moonlight. Trust no shadow in the dark. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Folks, if you don't know me, get to know me. I work too hard for my integrity and reputation and credibility. These boys will not come and attempt to destroy me. No, I can't settle for that. First of all, you don't even know how I got in the country. Until then, folks, the medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of Liberia, the broadcast commissioner, the brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. As for the giant, that now you know me, Garley. Have a good night.
Bapesaka motema ndenge nini yolma double oh komelaka ngata mikolo ya poso mama oh double pesanga mwa bezelita manaka chwa oh double soki opesinga ya lolemu wana na komi nesika nalingaka yo Maria Masane na bamba na motema na kokate ikana binisa o mama na bamba na motema na kokate ikana binisa o Hoka hey sugar.
Ingénieur Toumba Kinkela.
I said, my man, give me one club beer. They show one now. Give me one club beer. Come on, just suggest that I found one club beer. Oh, man, I need a cold club beer. I bring beer too. Open that beer. Let's just be drinking club beer.
Oh, musique qui top.
esalakanga mpasi na motema na motema na molema
I said, Rodney Jackson, people, the commander himself, Rodney, that club here. Hey, club here, open my mouth. They're going to see you. When you put a in a position where you can't come back to the country, then you just get back. They're going to see you. Hey, that watch where you go. Don't stay all late. You can live the best life in the country. They're going to see you. Just be careful. My name, put me down. Mama, don't play.